is good, Soundflick podcast listeners? My name is A Sincere. It's your boy, Young Cinny the Pooh, all that good
Cindy the
stuff.
Pooh.
Wow.
Cinny the Pooh is fired.
Cinny the
Did
Pooh?
you just add that? Is that a new one?
Nah, have you guys met the homegirl Stevie at Leap Fest last year, right?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yeah, she gave it to me.
She dubbed that?
Yeah,
Cinny the Pooh. All right,
yeah.
shout out Stevie.
Shout out Stevie. I love you, but yeah, she called me Cinny the Pooh. Fire. Anyways, with that being said,
I'm astonished.
I'll give it that.
To my left-hand side, we got the one and only.
Is it me?
I will never call you that in my life. Just so you know.
Yeah. You don't have to call me that.
I know. I'm just saying. Just for
I mean, yeah, it's a unique name, but from a friend, nobody else is gonna call you that. But
to the lower portion of your screen, we have the one and only.
Hey man.
Yo. hey man. I ain't gonna hold you.
I ain't gonna hold you. It's Norik. That's cool, man.
he
I'm with my guys.
He's just like, you know what? It's Kieran.
It's Kieran, guys. Hey man.
Kieran, yeah.
It's Kieran. I'm tired of all this.
What's good, y'all? How you guys doing?
Yeah, pretty
good. It's been a good day. How y'all dealing with the rain?
I hate it.
I hate
sideways.
It too. It was raining sideways today.
Yeah.
It reminds me of Ollie, the weather reporter from Family Guy.
It's raining.
It's raining sideways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember Family Guy when I was good.
Oh no!
Back in the good old days.
Back in the good old days.
But California is thriving in all of its uncertainty, in all of its uncertainty of weather. It was cold as hell all weekend for Rolling Loud, from what I heard. It was, raining sideways today, and people don't know how to drive in the rain. If you don't know how to drive in the rain, salute to you and stay safe. But with that being said, we are here with episode 61.
I saw like 6 accidents today. So
no, 61 accidents. Oh no,
6 accidents, not 61. We're on episode 61.
Episode 61. You know what that means? Just another step closer to 100. Triple digits, baby. We almost there.
Sir.
Almost 39, there.
39 more.
only 39. Only 39 more.
So many.
It is a lot.
We're technically over 100 if we add the quick dives and the live streams and.
But those are shorter episodes. 39 episodes.
Short
is
my ass.
39 episodes is like a little over a year for us, because I think it's like 20 to 25 episodes.
You can't give him the sauce. You can't give him the sauce.
You can't let us know our releasing schedule and what days we record. We got to make this sound like it's last week.
Bonus episodes. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we have a lot to talk about.
We have really, really good things to talk about.
So many.
A lot of pop culture is the best way to kind of, set the tone for this episode, because we have things such as Ghostbusters Afterlife, which we'll get into. We're gonna be touching things on like the new trailers that finally came out, first looks of Into the Spider-Verse 2, as well as Sonic 2.
That was such a
you know what, man? It is a good time to be alive. I'm very blessed to be here with y'all, but also I'm very blessed to see these new movies that are coming out, because never in my day, but I expect us to be seeing, multiple spider people from multiple Spider-Verses, cartoon versions, seeing Sonic and Knuckles.
Sonic, Knuckles, and Tails.
And live action versions.
Yeah.
Not only that, but we have the accurate mustache now. All we need is the belly from Jim Carrey, which he said he is very open to wearing in future.
It's gonna come in number 3.
You think so? You think you'll get that big? Or I mean, obviously fat suit, right? So.
Yeah. He's not gonna like eat his way into that.
That'd be terrible.
Yeah, it's gonna be fat suit for sure.
That's cool.
But with that being said, guys, let's kind of just jump into it.
We said it, and we're jumping into it.
I mean, might as well just talk about Sonic 2. Is it just Sonic 2, or is it going to be like Sonic 2 Tails? Because I did see a Tails.
No, it's just Sonic 2.
Sonic and the 2 Tails. Yeah, so let's just jump into the trailer analysis of we won't get like too deep and do frame by frames, but we'll kind of share our own perspectives and whatnot, how we usually
little
do.
Easter eggs that are in there.
It's amazing.
Yeah, so
chili dogs.
one of the biggest things I noticed is Sonic has a chili dog. About freaking time. But then we get things like the Chaos Emerald finally being introduced, which we
Mhm.
talked about in our Sonic episode. I'm not sure what episode it was, but in our previous Sonic episode. And then we see things like Dr. Robotnik's what it's the egg something. The his little
Which one?
mobile. It's not the egg mobile, but there's a name for it in Sonic Adventures 2.
The hard-boiled egg.
I'm
No,
fucking
it's
dead.
not called the hard
Not the
boiled egg.
hard-boiled egg.
But he's starting to have his hovercraft and
Yes.
his
Yeah, he came back to
other
Earth in the
tech.
trailer. Obviously, at the end of Sonic, he was no longer on Earth.
He was in the Mushroom Kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
He got transported to a different dimension where he went crazy and came back, and he's still crazy.
Crazier, yeah. And then he teamed back up with his sidekick assistant.
His sidekick, fun
the
little
latte
side note.
guy.
Yes, he made lattes in the first one, and it only made sense that he was a barista while Dr. Robotnik was gone. Just the small things, you know. We didn't have to bully them this time for this trailer. You know, we got the first trailer for the Sonic movie.
I would have liked to. You know, I feel like
they should have teased us a little bit that they were going to mess it up.
Hey man, I still want to see.
Just as a meme, just so we could rag on them.
I want to see if there's a cut of the Sonic movie with the original shitty looking Sonic,
or just like a little test scene.
They deleted that. They for sure deleted that.
You never know, dog. Hey,
somebody has it on a USB.
I can't see the light of the day.
I got mixtape songs hidden away somewhere. I didn't delete them. They're just somewhere that I don't know.
I mean, unless they're trying to NFT that thing, they could do that.
Jesus,
that would be worth a lot.
Speaking of NFTs, we'll talk about that at the end of the episode because we've been getting into NFTs. But overall, very exciting because which I didn't think they're going to do on the first showing of this trailer was introducing Knuckles.
I knew that they were going to do it.
The one thing that I took from the trailer is that it really is a step up from Sonic 1. Like just all together, like fight scenes, CGI is crazy, upgraded. I was actually shocked. I was like, wow, I did not expect it to get this crazy or vast, or I didn't think the budget was going to be what it was, and it's hidden. Honestly, it's getting to, I guess, to a point where it will get even bigger and better. But yeah, it looks really fun, honestly, just watching the trailer. I think I watched it like 3 times.
Yeah, I watched it multiple times. Jordan and Derbs clipped this, but I am saying it now. The sequel will be better than the first movie.
Yes.
Yeah. For once, a sequel is going to beat the first one.
Yeah, easily.
Which is cool.
It's well, I'm a Sonic fan. Like I grew up playing the games. My brother played the games. I've listened to the music. I know the lore, and I was very, very, very excited about this trailer. They kept everything faithful to the most part, even casting the voice of Tails.
Yes, the original voice actor.
Yeah, the original voice of Tails. And I knew that they were going to introduce Knuckles. They're introducing him exactly how they should introduce him, which is as a villain first. Getting tricked by Dr. Robotnik into collecting the Chaos Emeralds or giving him the Master Emerald, which was what we saw. It was the Master Emerald, and oh man, Idris Elba, good job on the voice
man,
work.
we had our doubts as well.
Really good.
We had our doubts, just like everybody else, wondering about Idris Elba as Knuckles, and it was perfect.
It was perfect. It sounded good. I love the love that they're putting into this movie. I don't know what happened with that design choice with the first movie, but for whatever reason,
somebody had an idea and they're like, "Hey,
once that
see
changed,
how it plays out."
Once that changed, it just seemed like that whoever made that decision was in charge of a bunch of people who really love this property,
right?
And that person was removed, and now it's all the people who just love this property. Like this movie is going to be in the runnings for one of the best animated films for sure, and will be probably it's kind of the blueprint for any faithful animated film moving forward, whether you're doing Pokemon, whether you're doing Digimon, whether you're doing any other types of video games, anything.
I think one of the reasons that the first Sonic did so well too is I think Detective Pikachu had came out right before, and it was similar in. I mean, obviously CGI, I think was a little better in Detective Pikachu at the time, and it might upgrade now because of the budget going up, but it still had that same feel of like video game character coming to live action, and the interaction was good, the acting was good, and it's pretty good.
I think it's the overall being able to place this CGI character that looks so real and like as if it was right next to us. You know what I mean? Like being able to take a Pikachu and put it into, or like in the beginning of Detective Pikachu, you see the Cubones running around, like just it naturally being there. So then, obviously, Sonic the Hedgehog is not like natural, but being able to put him in these scenarios, interacting with, James Marsden kills it. Like I don't know, I love James Marsden.
Yeah, it's interesting because on paper it wouldn't work.
Right.
But it works. Like when you look at it, you're just like, I can't believe that this works. I can't believe that there are these talking hedgehogs and foxes and echidnas in our world, and it works. Like it's really, I think it's like the dawn of Roger Rabbit again.
That's what I was gonna say.
It's like a brand new Roger Rabbit.
Or like Space Jam.
Nobody questions it. It's just a part of life.
And that's the thing. Like they could have did something like this in the '90s, the way they did Who Framed Roger Rabbit and Space Jam. And it would have looked a little bit different, obviously, and kind of glad they didn't. But I guess what was really going on in the design room for that first design.
I don't know.
Like who thought that was a good idea?
We all know execs that don't really care for these properties and are all about money grabbing.
Like it must have been.
We'll always have the final say, right? So when you finally get people bullying, shout out to all of us for bullying.
Shout out the internet.
The team.
Yeah.
They changed it and started listening to us.
I would love to find like the real reason why it changed and everything. I'm sure it'll come out later. It's not going to come out now because,
or they'll probably say it's different.
It's not going to come out now until their trilogy is done. And I am confident that a trilogy will happen. That we'll either get Metal Sonic or we'll get Shadow. To top off the trilogy. We may get Supersonic in this movie. We may get Metal Sonic in this movie as well. I think that the whole thing with Knuckles won't last the entire movie. I think that Knuckles will become a good guy. I want to say maybe about halfway through, quarter through, and then the real bad guy with Robotnik, which will probably make Metal Sonic, will be at the end. And then the third movie, we're going to get Shadow, which I think is going to be a clone that Robotnik is actually going to like succeed in. And
we'll probably see some of that at the end of the movie.
My vote to voice Shadow is Keanu Reeves.
Oh, wow.
It would be amazing.
I could already see that. Like,
I could see that easily.
Our first choice is always going to be Keanu Reeves.
It's always Keanu. Always.
I mean, if they do another Detective Pikachu movie, they should have Keanu Reeves do like Bulbasaur or
Mewtwo.
Oh no,
Mewtwo. Keanu Reeves is Mewtwo, bro. It'd be incredible.
I see more of like a Blastoise.
Anyway, Knuckles looks fantastic.
Yeah, he's cool.
The power that he shows.
Do I look like I need your power?
I love it. I
need that.
I could hardly tell as Idris too, though.
Yeah.
You mean DJ is?
I mean, I think he just did a good job, and they. Although it does give me hope for what what's his name is going to be doing, Star-Lord with Mario and
I don't know.
I mean, it's
Garfield, like I think Garfield is easy. It's a lazy cat, but
I don't know, Mario, man. I thought Bill Murray was a.
Well, Mario has really big shoes to fill because Sonic and Mario have always been against like one another. Like they started doing
Sonic
that.
and Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games, bro. Like they've always had that rivalry.
So now this Mario movie that comes out, if it's not on par with what Sonic is bringing to the table, it's already going to get trashed.
But this is the blueprint. Like I said, like Detective Pikachu and Sonic right now are the blueprint for those types of
I'm going to make the argument that after this movie, Sonic is going to surpass what the Pokemon universe is building so far.
I agree.
No, Sonic too? Yeah, maybe. Yep. Yeah, I mean, they haven't even announced anything.
But not only that, just kind of bouncing off of Narik, we still have to get Amy. We still need to get Silver. So, but not only that, we still have the lore of the Sonic movies, right? Because we still need to know what happened to Longclaw. You know what I mean? We still have to find out if Longclaw raised raised Knuckles, or how Knuckles necessarily got there. So there's still lore behind it.
There might be some quick like flashback scenes or stuff like that, but I don't think we're gonna get everything.
I would love if they brought in Chaos, like
for
real.
I wouldn't be surprised with the way the first trailer already looks. Like that's just the first trailer, you know, and they pack so much into that. I
don't even need to see anymore. Like
yeah, like I said, like I feel like it was enough already.
They showed us all the right things.
When does it come out?
In April 2022.
That's pretty quick. Yeah, we'll probably get a few more trailers, and
we'll get another one for sure. Maybe like around, I would say like either February. I would say probably February or March. Yeah, we'll probably get another one because they're gonna market to kids also. So there's gonna be some TV spots for it. It's gonna be a big movie. I project, honestly. I think that if the pandemic doesn't deter people from watching the movie, I think that it can possibly pull 700.
Yeah.
1,000? Just kidding.
I think it could. Yeah. I think it could do it. If the pandemic's involved, I say probably like 200.
I would say I would cut it in half. I would cut it in half and say 3 to 350. And
they're definitely gonna find a platform for it though. If it does.
But that's enough. Like it pulling 350 is enough. And the first movie pulled a lot because it was before the pandemic hit.
Calling it now, it's going straight to HBO Max if pandemic is an issue.
I don't think it'll hit HBO Max. Is that a WB?
I don't think so. I don't know who it's licensed
property
from.
Who did Sonic? What studio?
All right. We need to find that out. I'll look that up. Who licensed it? All right, while you look it up, me and Sin will jump into the next crazy trailer that we got.
So
just chime in when you got it.
I got a good segue. So Narik did mention
Paramount Plus.
This is Paramount Studios.
Way. Oh, okay.
It might just do it anyways, you know, like see Sonic a week early and before it hits theaters type thing, or something like that. That's cool though. That's cool.
So Narik did say that Sonic 2 has the ability to be the best animated movie of 2022.
Oh,
so I don't think so, because Spider-Verse 2. And I'm going based off of Narik's comments in the group chat when I sent it over, that this is going to be the best animated film because the trailer was crack.
It wasn't even a trailer.
It was a first look, bro. It was a first look.
Like they didn't even need to pack that much into it, like they did with Sonic 2, the Sonic 2 trailer, and that was
no plot points. All they showed us is Gwen came back, and we get, of course, the end credit scene from Into the Spider-Verse is Spider-Man 2099.
Little extended, a little extended for the Gwen Stacy scene, and then
shout out Haley Steinfeld for killing it.
And then Rand,
and they're older.
Yes. Yo, I saw seeing Miles a little bit taller with like his face aging just a tiny bit, showing that he's getting to be an adult or a young adult. So fire, bro. Because you already feel attached to the character, bro.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean, but do you mean older in real life? Yeah, I guess older in real life, or you mean as the characters?
As the characters.
Yeah, because in the movie or in the first look, he's grounded or something.
So I mean, he's probably 16.
But I'm talking about the way he's. It's an animated movie, bro. But they're showing him and Gwen. They're aging, bro. Like they're kids turning into young adults, and you can clearly see that on his face and from his hair to just small little key things that kind of just, you know what, this is going to be different from the first movie because it's not just a kid. He's had his powers for a while now. just gonna jump right into it.
We're definitely gonna see the improvement of him being Spider-Man, and
right.
It's we're gonna see so many more Spider-Man because of just where they're gonna be traveling to.
Right.
And the kicker for all of this that we haven't even brought up is that this is part 1.
Yeah.
They made it a point to say part 1. We're doing a part 2 that's gonna come out the year after that. It's really out of control what they have planned. I have no idea what the story is gonna be like. I don't know where they're gonna
Yeah.
I don't know. Like
It's pretty
we
crazy.
might
I
get
mean,
Venom, like we might
Right.
get
yeah. I mean,
Carnage. Like
I remember in the
it's
first one we
crazy.
got like 4 big villains off the
Right.
bat. We got Green Goblin, we got Wilson Fisk, we
got Dr. Octopus.
We got Doc, the female Doc Ock, and then we also got the Prowler. Was it the Prowler?
Yeah.
And the Prowler, yeah.
And
So there's
I think that was it,
tons of villains
That's pretty cool.
that they can still tap into, and the multiverse version of those villains. So it's gonna be
Venom.
crazy.
I mean, even Spider-Man 2099 looked pretty crazy in that
Super
first look.
fire.
So
Yeah.
and then it looked like he was attacking Miles as if he was a threat to his like he knew he was a threat to the multiverse or something, or he shouldn't have. He didn't belong there or something like that. So
I think that Spider-Man may end up being the villain himself. Like there might be an evil Spider-Man. Or a Spider-Man that's like making a few issues, and they'll kind of mix it up, or an imposter Spider-Man or something like that. I think that Madam Web could be introduced in this universe, which I think is a better introduction than using her live action, because it's a little like out there for a Spider-Man story,
Do you think we will get Andrew Garfield or Tobey Maguire?
I think we could. I would personally like to see them voice a Spider-Man, because I personally think that Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man voice is the best Spider-Man voice that we have
out of Tobey, out of the live action. I agree with that.
Out of the live action, So hearing Andrew Garfield like voice his version of Spider-Man in that, I think would be really, really dope.
Yeah, that would be cool. I'm the Amazing Spider-Man.
Yeah. Yeah, for
the
sure.
Amazing.
But definitely watching that trailer, it makes me excited for all things that are coming Spider-Man wise, because Spider-Man's becoming that superhero that's as known as Superman. Right, exactly.
I mean, Sony is creating. They literally have 3 different properties, 3 different universes of Spider-Man. Right now, obviously, they have the Disney Marvel Spider-Man, and that's in the Marvel universe. And then they have their own Spider-Verse they're building with Morbius and Venom.
Right.
And then eventually they're gonna do Black Cat and stuff like that. And then they have the animated Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. So it's like that's 3 different Spider-Man all happening at the same time. Like that's all Sony needs right now. And I'm pretty sure they're already in development with a new game that's gonna look even crazier.
Oh, the game
is
is
the last one,
it
because the
already
looks
looks
already exactly. It already looks crazy.
They did a first look for the game, and we have Venom and Kraven. That's gonna be that you're playing against with Miles and Spider-Man, that you're gonna be able to switch in between.
That's fine.
It's gonna be nuts.
I just think they're mentally preparing everybody for being able to introduce these very big characters such as Kraven into, whether it's the MCU or into the Sony universe. So doing things like even what's his name, Mr. Negative.
Yeah, I would love to see Mr. Negative.
I would love to see Mr. Negative, bro. So it's just things like that. So I don't know. I've always been fully convinced that video games and animation and like animated movies or shows are like superior to it. So I'm just glad that they're hitting the ground running with the promo and just what's to come. This would be super crazy.
2022 will be the year of the spider.
Yeah, man. Love that.
I'm dead.
I'm pretty sure that the Spider-Verse movie is going to hit Netflix because of that deal that they signed for 2022. And I think it's gonna drop on Netflix the same day it hits theaters. I think that's the way the deal works. So that's pretty huge for
love that.
that. And then eventually, I think in 2023, all those movies will hit Disney Plus. It's a weird contract, but I guess that's just the way it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that Sony in the deal, because it's a part 1 and part 2, I think that it'll be more
Part 2 will
Sony
be
focused. Yeah, it'll be more
part 2,
Sony
okay.
focused for part 1, and part 2 will be more like MCU focused.
Multiverse is the
cool.
greatest thing to happen to us, to the studios, to comic books, bro. Like
everyone wins.
You
everybody
can applaud
wins,
the
bro.
MCU though, because if it wasn't for the MCU, people wouldn't have been pushing this. Like
instead
people
of
are
us
trying to build their own multiverses or
right
verses type thing. So
well, it just gets rid of the discussion of like, is this canon? Just like, well, everything's canon now.
Yeah, and even though that, you know, in comic books, Marvel and DC have introduced the multiverse earliest, I think I have to give credit for the multiverse being a pop culture understanding to Rick and Morty.
Gotcha.
Rick and Morty, I think they flipped it on its head when I love that song. I think it's one of the best songs Soulja Boy ever did. But it's I think pop culture wise, everyone understood the concept of a multiverse through Rick and Morty, and it's funny because Rick and Morty is the most complicated,
that one's complicated
version of
bro.
it. But from a pop culture standpoint, everyone was like, "Oh, okay, now I get it." And now you have all of these other properties that like they can do it now.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't Marvel hire people that worked on Rick and Morty to help introduce the multiverse and how the dynamics work?
Absolutely,
because they
and there are writers. Basically. There are writers from Rick and Morty that are writing for Doctor Strange.
I was gonna say
the
Doctor
Multiverse
Strange.
of Madness.
That's comedy.
Yep,
that's pretty cool. I like that. Spider-Man is going places, and by the time you do hear this episode, there should be a new Spider-Man movie out.
And we are seeing it by the time you guys hear this episode.
Is dropping day of
the day night. Yeah, the day before, I guess. But you could probably already see it at your local theater, most likely.
Yeah, so Norik's catching it early on because, you know, Fandango crashed when tickets went on sale, and Norik got early.
Gang. I will be watching it at 3 p.m. on Thursday.
And 7 hours later, Skywalker, Mike, and myself will be watching it. Yeah, man, you better not hit the group chat all day.
I'm going to blow up the group chat.
I'm muting you.
You guys are about to get the group chat.
I'm muting you.
I'm going off. I'm dropping all the spoilers
for all the times me and Skywalker be talking, and we could be like, I haven't watched it.
Yep. Hey, I'm going crazy on there. You guys might as well throw your phone away.
Yeah, and then also we are also doing a private viewing, but most likely we will.
Yeah, we are.
We will already hopefully be sold out.
Yeah, if you hear this episode, we should have some leftover raffle tickets.
Hopefully,
join our raffle for to come and watch us celebrate our co-star A Sincere's birthday by renting out a theater. The Soundflick Boys rented out a theater.
Yeah, so
to
you
watch
know there won't be no
Spider-Man
in there. Crying,
yeah, there's not going to be any babies. There's not going to be nothing crazy.
Ain't nobody talking.
All the homies.
It's gonna be quiet.
Yes, it's just all the homies that are going to be watching Spider-Man. So by the time that you hear this, most likely we will be sold out of regular tickets. But we are having a raffle. We are having a raffle. So check out our Instagram, Soundflick Pod, and join our raffle. DM us for you to win 2 tickets to go and see Spider-Man with us, as well as you get a mystery bit box sponsored by 3-Bit Games.
3-Bit Games.
Filled with comic books that are worth up to $30. And you're going to get multiple comic books. A Sincere has gotten a bit box before. I've gotten one as well. And
I bought 2.
It's a treat, man. Like, there's just really cool comics that jump out of there.
Swapped a couple comics too, because there's some I liked and some that he liked.
Yeah.
What I swap you? I swapped you a Spider-Man for or was it Spider-Man?
No, I got a Batman Beyond.
I took I gave him my Batman Beyond, and then I took the Hit Girl. I think it was the Hit Girl one. Yeah.
Yeah. So
man. But overall, super excited. Yeah, so I'm bringing cupcakes, guys. Come celebrate my birthday with me.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good time for real. For real. Hit us up on that raffle because tickets are going fast. I think we have like 5 left. So,
Yes.
by the time that you guys hear this in the next couple days, they will be sold out. So join us in our raffle. Try and win one. Post, share. We'll be taking some photos and we'll get like some footage that we'll post up from the actual theater showing. It's
Should
gonna
be
be a good
very
time.
fun. And
Yo,
can't wait
all
to
of our
talk about that either.
worlds are colliding, which I'm really hype about. We got the IE fam, and then each of us have our own personal lives where we have friends, and they're coming too. So it's a big treat, bro. I'm really excited.
Yeah,
It's a good way to end the year.
I am just glad that we rented a theater out and it won't be like, those people kicking your chair or talking over the movie.
Oh, just for that, I'm kicking your chair now.
Hey, I'm just saying, like, I'm probably one of us is gonna have to be in the front to check everybody in.
Oh,
so,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
just make sure that our seats are saved and that are fire. I'm not trying to come back in there and be watching down at the beginning at the little front. Like, nah.
By the time we get there, like, why is King Dice and Noah just sitting there? Those are my chairs.
Yeah, no. We'll figure that seat situation out for sure.
Yeah, we gotta figure that out.
Without further ado,
let's get into these movies, yo.
Some movie talk. There is countless movies. I literally can't count 1, 2.
Yes, so
we watched a lot. We watched
like
a lot of movies.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like
some of them we're just doing some quick mentions and some highlights. But the first movie we're going to talk about, I don't know if it was highly anticipated, but I remember when the trailer was first, or more so the teaser trailer was dropped. It was very anticipated then, but very jaded because the trash remake that came out a couple years ago.
Yeah, I think that's what it was.
Yeah. So we're talking about Ghostbusters Afterlife.
I felt like it was gonna be fire, man. When I saw that
look, bro, we were right.
I saw the car hit the drift. I was like, okay, it's hitting with a different type of energy.
It was beautifully shot. So non-spoiler as of right now, it was beautifully shot. The drive of the protagonists in the movie is very heartfelt / what the hell's going on, because they're kind of unraveling everything as they're going, because it kind of just hits everybody out at random. But it's probably one of my favorite movies of this year, bro. Like I told you, I was basically gonna cry in the theater, because
I enjoyed the movie a lot.
And a lot of callbacks. I think that's what I'm happy about too. It's a closing chapter.
Yeah, for
the original.
Yeah, I like the parallels between this movie and the first, because supposedly it was kind of like not a remake. Obviously, it was a continuation, but it was very similar to the first Ghostbusters movie. And things that happened, or little Easter eggs or callbacks, like you said, Sincere, with the little marshmallow monsters, or
which I didn't quite understand.
Even the main villain.
I didn't quite understand the marshmallow monsters. Like, where does that even come from? Like, and why they pick marshmallows? Like, I know the callback, but like in this movie, like it just didn't seem like. I was like, well, how did this just automatically happen?
Yeah. So to jump into it, spoilers gonna be talked about now, just for
you don't have to get into spoiler about it.
No, I'm getting into spoilers. So ultimately,
don't get into spoilers about it. Just answer my question.
Okay. Ultimately, from my understanding, doing my due diligence as a sound flick host, the same spirits that were trapped in this town, were the same spirits that took over the original marshmallow monster.
Yeah,
gotcha.
So exactly. So as if they're already possessing this entity, they already know how to do so. So which is why it was easier for them just to go into the little marshmallow people compared to just anything at a random.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. Well, that makes sense.
And they also did it because people were gonna love little marshmallow things, killing themselves.
I love the little marshmallow men.
Yeah. One of the cool things,
frying themselves over the fire
and melting. It was ridiculous. They were turning themselves into s'mores. One of the cool things that I read is that the scene where I forgot his name, dude from Stranger Things, is driving.
Wolfhard.
Yes. Is driving the Ghostbusters vehicle through the Ecto. What is it called? Ecto 1 is driving Ecto 1 through the cornfield that the director actually planted all of the corn in that field.
I think it was wheat.
or wheat field, planted all the wheat, whatever it was, he planted it, and just for the scene.
Yeah.
And then after the scene was shot,
Sold
gathered it
off.
all, harvested it, and donated it, which I thought was really, really cool for a director to do, especially of getting like the practical shot and still making like what he made not be wasted.
Yeah.
I thought that was like, I don't know, that just made me enjoy the movie even
On
more
top of
while I was
that,
watching the scene.
on top of that, I think he grew it himself with obviously a team of
The
people,
help of
but
team, yeah.
he didn't just hire somebody like farmer to do it.
No.
He
Like
learned to do it.
they
Yeah,
farmed
for
it.
sure.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
farmed it as part of like the crew in the movie, and I feel
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that's
yeah.
special, man. Like that's just dope to do something like
Must
that
have been a
for a
cool
movie.
experience for sure. Must have
Yeah.
been a fun experience on top of filming the
Mhm.
movie, you know. It seemed like yeah, because he said it himself. He didn't want something CGI because he said the CGI looked a little weird when they were doing the test for it, and that's why they decided to go the route they did, and said that it
It was
came out
worth it.
perfect. Yeah, it was worth it. I
Definitely
mean, they
worth
did
it.
it. That you can only do it in one shot because once you go through
Mhm.
that field, you can't really like. All right, let's do that again because it's like
Yeah.
the thing is
All
like
right, guys,
the
puff
path
up
is
the
already
corn.
there.
Mhm.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
that was a
I
cool little
loved it.
tidbit. That's a
I
cool
thought that
little
was
tidbit.
dope. I felt like the ending fell a little flat, personally. Um, you know, who they were up against, and
Oh,
the
Gozer.
you know, and I feel like the degree of like how menacing and oh, this is supposed to destroy the world. I just felt like it wasn't. It's kind of uh it didn't really like do it for me, but I think it's because they put so much into the buildup of like grabbing your heart and growing, you know, these characters and making you relate. And then of course I'm not going to spoil it, but of course, you know, the main like awe moment shots. I just felt like who they were up against, it was just they kind of dropped the ball a little bit. But I love Paul Rudd. I mean, he's great.
Yeah, he got turned into a dog, demon dog. So did
The only thing I
the
hated
other
about the whole
people.
demon dog thing is that
They're
they
from the first
insinuated.
movie though, so it kind of makes sense. It'll done
No, the only
better,
the, the
I
only
think.
the only thing that bugged me was the whole insinuation of, did we as dogs? I'm like, okay, yeah, doggy style, funny joke. That was the only thing I didn't like about it.
Really?
Because they insinuated
That was
that
the
the
only
first
thing,
time.
huh?
I didn't like it.
I didn't think about it too much, but
I did. I'm a horn
yeah.
dog.
But
Uh,
I did think that it was cool that they brought the first villain from the first one back.
yeah.
Not really much of a spoiler. The tower in the first one the that summoned Gozer was pretty much summoned because of the metal that was mined from a shaft that was from that town. So it was kind of cool that they did it so seamlessly. Like it wasn't just like, oh, like here's Gozer again. Like she has to be summoned through the metal or through the I don't know, whatever it is, the rock or metal,
Mhm.
for some reason. But and then the person that was summoning her built the tower in New York, but he also owned the town, which was J.K. Simmons' character.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was so infatuated with like this god or demon that he was trying to pretty much summon her
Which is
and
crazy too,
did
because it was
again.
like such a brief cameo.
Mhm. No, it
Yeah.
was great. I love that. I love when they get
My
a.
friends didn't even know it was J.K. Simmons. I was like, how do
Yeah.
you not
I
know it
kept
was
like
J.K.
looking,
Simmons?
like I didn't
Did
quite
it not look like him?
recognize. I
I
mean,
got it like right away. I was like, J.K.
Up
well,
Simmons.
until
it's
the part where he woke up. Up until that part, I didn't know
yeah.
it was J.K. Simmons.
I mean, it's one of those things where like you're just not sure, and it's so unexpected to have
It
like
was
that
pretty
kind of actor
unexpected.
to be in there.
I was
So I
like,
like
what
that.
the heck? J.K. Simmons? I
I
knew right
like that.
away, but my
I'm
friends
glad
didn't
that
know until after I had to tell them.
yeah, it seems like that's a running thing that actors are more down to jump into movies for like and
Especially
actually
Ghostbusters.
well no, I kind of like say I kind of blame well not blame, but I feel like Ryan Reynolds kind of kicked that off with Deadpool to have like Brad Pitt be like the invisible like dude and it's like all right, we're going to just have Brad Pitt real quick. you know, and then like you have Free Guy, and it's like, all right, we're gonna
comedy.
have Chris Evans jump up real quick, and like, you know, and now there's more movies where all of a sudden you'll just get like a really like random like known actor to just go in and do something dope, and it's like, okay, that's great. Like, I don't know, it just makes the movie even better.
Well, it's like the Community theory.
Yeah,
the Community theory on Marvel.
Skywalker got some mail.
It's mail time for Skywalker.
It's mail.
Girl, lock my door.
But so the MCU Community theory is the director of all the Avengers films, also, or the Russo brothers. Sorry, executive produced Community.
Yeah.
So you get people like Ken Jeong, Childish Gambino, like everybody that started Community at some point. They were in the.
It's kind of like in the first Spider-Man movie when because Sam Raimi and he did Evil Dead. They had what's his name at the theater?
Totally I know his name, but his name is Ashley Williams in the Evil Dead, right?
Yeah, Ash. I totally forget his real name, but yeah, he's in that because Sam Raimi is like his homie and stuff. So.
Yeah. In all the Spider-Man movies, he was actually in all three of them. In all the Raimi Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
So in the first one, he was the announcer in the ring. The second one, he was in the second one, he was the ticket taker for MJ's play. Mm-hmm. And the third one, he's the French host.
I don't remember the French host one, but I do remember the.
Yeah, he helps Peter set up. Yeah, he's like, you want us to put? You want me to put the ring in the?
Yeah, I do remember.
In the champagne?
I remember.
Like, wow, yeah. Great idea.
Hilarious.
Oh gosh.
So what do we rate Ghostbusters? Oh wait, first of all, was Gozer played by Olivia Wilde?
Oh, I don't know. I wanted to know who played her. Let me look that up.
I feel like it was Olivia Wilde.
It did look like her, but I'm not too sure. Gozer. But yeah, I give it a strong 7 for sure.
I gave it
yeah, it was Olivia Wilde.
I give it an 8. Not a strong 8, but I gave it an 8.
Yeah, strong 7. Okay.
Give it a 6?
6, 7, 8.
Give it a 6. I mean, it was cool. I enjoyed it, but like, it's not something that I'm gonna run back to and like rewatch.
Yeah, this is one of those movies.
I gotta watch Ghostbusters.
This is one of those movies I thought for some reason was gonna hit a streaming platform, and then when I found out it wasn't, I'm like, damn, now I gotta go to the movies. But I was like, whatever, it'll be fun.
Yeah, I wouldn't have mind watching it at home.
Yeah, it was still it was fun at the theaters. It's not like I wanted my money back or I hated the movie, but I enjoyed it. It was pretty fun. A lot of cool callbacks, a lot of good parallels. You know, like Stigler, and then what is it, Stegler? Stigler. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Pretty much the comparison to him and then his granddaughter. You know, with the glasses or just her being super smart, and then Podcast. We forgot to mention Podcast. He was hilarious. His comparison being to I forgot his name. Pretty much the other guy, the fat dude.
Ned?
I got to find out his name. But yeah, Podcast was like compared to the other smart. I guess they're all smart. They're all whatever. It was cool. It was just cool. A lot of the parallels were there. And then the car being fixed again was a callback to the first one because it needed a lot of
evil
help.
Dave Chappelle was the police officer.
I'm dead. Evil Dave Chappelle.
Dan Aykroyd, Ray Stantz was supposed to be the comparison to Podcast. Yeah, so that was cool.
Yeah, I thought, but overall casting was great. Movie was great, and if you're a fan of the franchise, you'll be really happy.
Yeah, very fun movie. Next movie we're going to talk about real quick, I did not see, is House of Gucci.
I didn't get a chance to peep it either. It's been a busy couple weeks.
I didn't see it either, so we don't have to talk about it.
I thought you saw it. All right, well that's my bad, guys.
all right, so we'll use this time to
nobody saw House of Gucci. It was trash.
I thought one of us saw it. I'm sorry, y'all.
No, I thought you saw it. I was going to see it
real quick.
Yeah, no, I was going to see it, and then
I
you
can't even
said,
afford Gucci.
"Oh, I'm gonna go see it too," but I never went to go see it.
Yeah, I think I went to go see something else. My bad. But real quick, this is one of the movies I wanted to hit a streaming platform because again, it's like, do I really gotta go to the theaters for this movie?
Yeah,
Like, there's streaming platforms now. Hit HBO Max or Netflix or something. Come on, give me a break.
it's Al Pacino, bro. It's Al
Al
Pacino.
Pacino and Jared Leto
fun.
and
Unless it's Martin Scorsese, it's not.
yeah. I
It's
want to
going to theaters.
say I do like the cast, so I will see it eventually. We probably won't talk about it. Maybe it might if I see it before the flickies and I like it enough, it might hit an award. Who knows? We'll see.
Nah.
How about we just give Jared Leto an award instead? Because he killed it this year.
Did he? Is he going to be your
actor
of the year?
He could be in the running. He could be in the running for it.
What
I
movies
mean,
did
I
he
feel
do this
like
year?
He did the Denzel Rami Malek
the
movie,
Little Things.
The Little Things. He's been
I don't
working
know
on
if it's-
Morbius.
okay.
He's been working on Morbius.
But we
That's
can't
next
count
year,
Morbius.
though.
It hasn't even
Yeah.
come out yet.
Yeah, but we got 2 trailers.
So that ain't enough.
Best trailer actor. Ghost.
That's not enough, bro. There are some actors that have been legitimately like putting out fire this
I could
year.
think of a
So
few off the top of my head. So
Yeah, shout out Ryan Reynolds.
that's your all
that's
right.
interesting.
I was gonna say. I mean, I think Narik mentioned one last time. It was dude, I just had the name in my head. He's playing Moon Knight. What's his name?
Oscar Isaac.
Oscar
Yeah.
Isaac.
Oscar Isaac has been
Oscar
killing
Isaac is one of up there. Yeah, Ryan Reynolds is up
Jonathan
there.
Majors.
Jonathan Majors.
Okay, you know what?
Lakeith Stanfield is up there.
What else was Lakeith
for
done
this year? I feel like
Yeah.
Lakeith was like a year ago, couple years ago.
What
Oh,
movies
he had a few
aside
movies.
from The Harder They Fall did Lakeith do?
He did.
Because ain't no season in Atlanta this year.
It came out in HBO Max.
Which one?
The one
with Issa Rae, the photograph one.
No, not that one. That was
I heard that was
year.
trash. You know what? Just based off that movie, no, he's not in the running.
I feel like he's not in the running.
He's in the running.
That's my guy. IE all day. Shout out Lakeith Stanfield. IE all day, but
I don't think he's.
It's with Daniel Kaluuya. We talked about it. It came out.
Oh, Judas and the Black Messiah.
Judas and the Black Messiah. Yeah. I like that movie.
No, I like that movie too, but I just don't think he's in the running for killing it for the whole year.
That's 2. I mean, he's up there compared to.
We have to establish like some rules on this. Like, I feel like
you gotta be minimum 2 movies.
Minimum,
an absolute minimum of 2 movies out this year.
He said
but
that's 2.
You need more. but we need a little bit more than that. Like,
all right.
He said, "Yeah, leave me alone."
We'll talk. We'll see.
It's all right.
We'll
it's okay. Go to your next movie that you saw.
Forget about it.
All right. So we're gonna talk about a few Netflix movies, some airplane movies that you can watch during your flight, because a lot of people are traveling this year.
Household.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Well, I just want to ask you something. Is there any Disney original movies coming out right now?
Nope.
I didn't think so.
No, but I'll rewatch. No, what do you mean? Halloween Town and Hocus Pocus are coming back?
No. Nope.
When? They're not already out. These movies
they're coming.
out.
They're on the way.
They're out. These movies are out.
See, Sincere, he keeps he's living in the future.
I'm thinking bigger picture. I'm thinking bigger picture, dog.
So if you're traveling, and you're either driving or someone else is driving, well, don't watch a movie if you're driving. If you're on a plane,
unless you're
download the movie.
Talk about it.
Download these movies, and you might be surprised. You might like them. You might not like them. Whatever. They're good time killers.
Trash.
This first one, I was actually I haven't finished it, so I'm just gonna briefly talk about it.
It's trash.
It's Bruised. It's called Bruised. It's a long movie, and
Just
I
like my
waited
ego.
a while to watch it. Bruised. It was Halle Berry directed and starred Halle Berry as well.
Shout out Halle Berry for directing.
Halle
this
Berry.
Is her first directorial debut, correct?
Halle Berry.
Yes.
Halle Berry.
And I just want to say off top, I think somebody else should have been the director.
Dang. It's her first time, man.
I know, but I don't think she should have starred and directed. I feel like
it's difficult to do.
It is difficult, especially if it's your first direct. I feel like if she really like wanted to direct a movie, she should have just directed it. The first one. And then next one, it's like, okay, I got all that under my belt. Now I can
Or be like a supporting
act.
character where her scenes aren't all the
Exactly.
time.
Because one of the things that I noticed about the movie is it didn't feel like, usually in movies, like you can tell an actor is being directed, like the director is feeding off their strengths or putting them in positions where they can be vulnerable, and this movie is all about her being vulnerable, and I just feel like she just doesn't know how to be vulnerable without somebody else telling her. Like she has to direct herself, so it's kind of
Right.
like, she's a good actor. It's just I feel
It's
like
just
when
it's
there's a
just
good director
yeah.
behind it.
It's just like a voice in your head where you're just like, be vulnerable, or like
And then on
do
top of
this,
that,
do that.
direct everybody else, type thing.
Yeah.
So
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 overall, I commend Halle Berry because I remember reading that as well and being kind of like skeptic about it, but also like it's just because Halle Berry is fucking amazing, bro. Like especially seeing
yeah.
her in some of like the best movies,
Yeah.
especially just in X-Men,
And
bro.
then
Like
after watching King Richard, another sports drama, I was like kind of excited for this because I was like, okay, I think Halle Berry can obviously not live up to that emotional, you know, take when you're watching the movie. Like you're super invested because I didn't feel super invested watching the movie. I like the storyline, but like I said, I just feel like she should have just went full director or just full main character. And doing both kind of, I feel like, held the movie back, or is holding the movie back. Obviously, I'm not finished. I probably will finish it because I just want to see where it
I got a
goes.
lot of $1 Million Baby vibes from this movie.
Exactly, me too, but
Yeah.
a little bit different. She's kind of like training herself. There's not like a big name actor who's beside her. She's the
Yeah.
biggest actor in the movie. So that alone, like the budget was really low, and it seemed like they were just working with what they had. And I think it could have done better, but
Overall,
yeah,
Halle Berry, if you're watching this, I love you. We love you, and come on the podcast
I'm
sometime.
looking forward to whatever she directs next. Obviously, I know this isn't going to be her only
It
director
just makes you look forward to
role.
her first directorial film without being in it.
Mhm.
Like I would
Yeah,
love to see just Halle Berry the director.
yeah, yeah, and I feel like she can probably direct some people, right? I mean, because I feel like the characters around her were good, but it's like once it got to her character, it felt a little stale. So that was my take from that one, and I give
Feel it.
it a 5 so far. It might go up to a
Oof.
6.
Oof.
Might go up to a 6.
All right. Well, better
Poor
luck
Halle
next
Berry.
time, Hallie.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
Halle
So
Berry.
I
Halle
haven't seen
Berry.
this next movie, but I have watched
I haven't
already
either
all
yet.
the interviews regarding it.
I'll watch it tomorrow,
Regarding
though.
Andrew Garfield's. We're talking about Tick Tick Boom. Shout out Lin Manuel Miranda. There we go.
Mhm.
From just looking at I pretty much studied the movie without actually watching it.
Vanessa
Anything like that.
Hudgens is in the movie?
Yes,
She
she
is.
is.
Oh, wow.
This movie is fire.
Yeah, so Narik,
Bradley
you watched the
Whitford,
movie
too.
all the way
Nice.
through, so go ahead and give the synopsis and whatnot.
This
Yeah.
movie is fire. Shout out JM Cam. I saw it, heard about it, didn't plan to watch it. He said he talked about it. He hadn't seen it as yet, but he was like, "Have you seen it?" I'm not big into musicals, but I think as an artist and as a writer, um, you know, musicals are something that like we should pay attention to and give respect to.
Mm.
I think it's just that it's always been portrayed to us as a little campy, I would say, but um as you mature and as you get older, you kind of recognize the art that's within it itself of like, wow. And I just really, I started respecting musicals, and this movie was so fire.
That's dope.
It is a story of Jonathan Larson. Jonathan Larson is a composer and writer and playwright for the famous Broadway play Rent. And this is his
nice.
story of his first play. It's kind of cool the way that they shoot the film. So it takes place 5 days before his 30th birthday, which was kind of ironic because I saw it 5 days before my 30th birthday, which was just
The
really cool to
parallels.
like, yeah, just that
The
parallel.
universe was telling
Universe.
you. The universe
Pretty
was telling
much.
you it's
And you
musical
know, so
time.
I was like emotional. I was like, oh my goodness, like this is
I'm turning
crazy
30.
because like I'm turning 30, he's turning 30, he's dealing with these artist anxieties. I've dealt with artist anxieties and am dealing with artist anxieties. So I'm like, this is really cool, you know, like just being able to speak the language and understand. And so it kicks off with him having this play called Suburbia that he's
Mm.
trying to, get off the ground. And he's this waiter, and like he barely has any money. And he has a girlfriend who's played by Alexandra Shipp, who played Storm in the reboot of X-Men. She did a very good job. And, you know, they basically he's basically trying to get this play going, and like it's not really working out for him. And like it's just the trials of being an artist, you know, like if you have this song that you really believe in and you put this song out or you put this album out and it just doesn't do the numbers that you want it to do, and understanding that as an artist, like you have to be prepared for that, you know what I'm saying? And like you have to be prepared for, if this doesn't work, you have to keep going, you know? So it's very cool talking about that. But the way that it was shot is the film was being almost narrated by his second playwright, which was Tick Tick Boom, that he was never able to release. So he never released Tick Tick Boom. Suburbia, he just wrote, and then Rent was what really got him popular.
Right.
Unfortunately, and this isn't a spoiler alert, he died at the age of 35 from an aneurysm, and was never able to even see Rent get like make it to Broadway. Like it was like right before, I think it happened like right before either a dress
Yeah.
rehearsal or like before opening night or something like that happened.
I
So it was,
remember
you know,
I
it's pretty crazy.
remember as a kid watching like renting movies, and that would be like the preview before every movie that would, because when you would
Mhm,
rent a DVD, there would be previews on it, or some type of preview, and that would
mhm,
be like the very first thing that would play, like Rent, for some reason.
mhm,
It was like on almost every DVD around the time when it was coming out, and I remember I always wanted to watch it, but like never able to rent it because my parents weren't interested, and I still
mhm,
to this day haven't seen Rent, so
mhm. And you know,
maybe I will.
it's so crazy because what Suburbia was about was like aliens and the future and all of this
Oh, that's
stuff,
cool.
you know, but it was just like that story, and they weren't able to wrap their head around it, you know, in musical form. And like Tick Tick Boom is about like the anxieties of like being an artist and like following your passion and knowing when you're right or when you're wrong and all of these things. And then Rent is about like the basically like the grind of like even becoming an artist and being an artist, you know? So like it's really crazy. Like I just want to read, there's a song on there called Louder Than Words, and it was just a lot of the songs were just like written really cool. You know, he says, why do we play with fire? Why do we run our finger through the flame? Why do we leave our hand on the stove, although we know we're in for some pain? Oh, why do we refuse to hang a light when the streets are dangerous? Why does it take an accident before the truth gets through to us? Cages or wings? Which do you prefer? Ask the birds. And I just thought that that was just so dope. Like, cages or wings, which do you prefer? Ask the birds. And it's like that type of writing that really inspired me. Like as a fellow writer, I'm just like, it's provocative, enough to like get you to like think about these things, and the passion was really there. And Andrew Garfield just knocked it out of the park. He really embodied this character. You felt the tension that was going on between him and his girl and everything like that. All the way around, I think it's a great movie. I think that you have to get into the emotional state to watch it. Not that it's going to make you sad or anything like that, but you just have to like watch it with the intent of like humbling yourself, learn. At least that's what I did. Maybe it's just, you know, my own personal experience because of how I connected with the movie. But I just felt like it humbled
me. You had
me.
a pretty good connection to it.
Yeah, like it humbled me. I was turning 30, he was turning 30. I just kind of felt like, okay, this is the movie that I need to see right now, you know? And I'm gonna remember this movie and how it impacted me. And you know, I just love the writing for it. It inspired me to write, you know, even more. I was like, okay, with my writing, it has to like come from this kind of place that he was trying to make it come from.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it can't just be this wild story. I mean, not to saying that it can't, but ultimately what I want, you know, it has to come from this place. You know, I can write all these wild stories, but like, how do I write me? You know, how do I make me come out onto it? And I think that's what he ultimately discovered in Tick, Tick, Boom. And like, it was just really, really dope. I give that movie a 9. I think that everybody should go and check it out. Especially if you are an artist or in music. It's just a dope story. And rest in peace, Jonathan Larson.
Yeah, that's cool. I do like the cast. And it was one of those movies when it hit Netflix. I hadn't heard about it, or I probably had, and I probably just didn't look into it. But Netflix back to back to back to back weeks has. I mean, I know we joke about it being like airplane movies, you know. The next one I think Nariki did see on an airplane.
I did.
Unforgivable with Sandra Bullock and John Bernthal. Mm-hmm. And
John Bernthal is another one that's on that list of actors killing it for the year.
Look, man, he's
Viola Davis is in there. Vincent,
she's another one that's on that list for killing movies this year.
Yeah,
Suicide Squad.
Yeah,
bro, and Ma Rainey.
Ma
Rainey's Black Bottom. You're correct.
Yeah, so I think this movie, The Unforgivable, was pretty interesting. I didn't know this movie again was going to come out. Netflix really snuck in another decent watch. You know, probably the better one I think of this list. I didn't see Don't Look Up yet. It hasn't came out yet on Netflix, but it will on December 24th, which I believe
the holidays are a rough time to go to the theater, man.
That's why you got to stay home and watch these movies on Netflix, man.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
Gotta get you somehow.
The times I need these to be streamed, they're unavailable.
Unforgivable.
And I'm glad these were.
I just want to. Oh, yeah, sorry,
go
ahead.
For it. Go for it. No, go for it.
No, I was just saying, Unforgivable was hilarious to me because I watched it on someone else's phone, watching the subtitles. So I didn't even I didn't hear any of the music. I didn't hear any of the dialogue. I just read it while I was looking at these images, and I got the movie, which was pretty dope. I thought that it was well done enough for me to be interested in the movie without even listening to it or hearing it.
It was cool. There was a twist in the movie, which at first I was like, what is this movie getting to? Is it just her trying to recover from her incident that she had as 20 years ago, or is there gonna be something that happens? And eventually, there was a twist, and I really enjoyed the twist. Pretty much the movie is based around her being a cop killer and getting out of jail early because of good behavior. And pretty much everybody in the city that she's living at, Seattle, hates her because they know she's a cop killer, and people don't really like cop killers. And she works jobs, she's bouncing around because they know her history, and she's really just trying to fight out of it. And it really turns around, and then Vincent D'Onofrio gets involved because he's a lawyer. And at the time, she during her incident, she lost her kid, or not her kid, her sister, because of her killing the cop. And it was really cool. And then Viola Davis was his wife and stuff. And this is a movie that, like I said, I didn't expect and I think it was pretty decent. It was pretty heartfelt. It was vulnerable. Sandra Bullock killed it. I had wondered where the hell Sandra Bullock was for the last 2 years. So.
Well, yeah, she was recovering from Bird Box.
That wasn't that bad.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's a Netflix movie too. I guess she has a Netflix contract. So
she has a Netflix contract. That's what you're seeing. So anybody that you haven't seen for a while who had a Netflix movie premiere they're just sitting on their money from Netflix.
And waiting for the next Netflix movie.
Waiting for the next, yeah, exactly.
Do you think Halle Berry has the Netflix contract then?
Nah,
she might.
I don't think
she
so.
might. I hope so because Bruce ain't going to cut it. She gotta do another one.
She's lucky it came out on Netflix. Not
what I'm waiting for is for Sandra Bullock's third Netflix movie to be Miss Congeniality 3.
I think there's a Bird Box 2 coming out.
I think I heard about Bird Box 2 as well.
So that's cool. I guess she's coming up a little bit. We'll see.
Moving on up.
And I like her vulnerable roles more than her comedy roles, like Miss Congeniality.
Congeniality. I used to get her and Julia Stiles. No, not Julia Stiles. I'm tripping.
Julia Roberts.
Julia Roberts. There we go. Thank you. I get them mixed up a lot. Yeah.
And
You're
then
not the only one.
This last Netflix movie that, like I said, it's going to come out this Friday, December 24th. So if you want to watch a movie at home with your family, you don't want to go to theaters.
It's not this Friday. This Friday's the 17th.
Oh, no, yeah, my bad. Next Friday. Sorry to speak so soon, but still, it's already out in theaters too. So if you do want to see
I saw it last night
in theaters with your family before the holidays, go see it. It looks like a good cast. Tell us a little bit about it, Enrique. You have seen it.
Don't Look Up is great. It is
so
it's
so you said it's your favorite disaster movie.
It's my favorite disaster movie.
Okay,
yes.
so elaborate on that because I'm really very curious. Because the last disaster movie I watched was the one with The Rock, San Andreas.
Okay,
the last one I saw was the one Greenland, and I did not like that one.
Oh yeah, so it's a great disaster movie because one, the way it weaves in drama, comedy, and like a little bit of horror, like not like crazy horror or anything like that. I don't want you to get too excited, Skywalker, because then you'll be upset with me when you watch it. You're like, this isn't the horror that I thought of.
It looks more comedy to me for sure.
Yeah, it's like comedy drama, but like it's a very serious situation, and the comedy doesn't make it less serious. It's just like it's a human response to how dire the situation is. So Jonah Hill, Meryl Streep, Leonardo DiCaprio, Jennifer Lawrence. It's a really, really good, like well acted cast. And Leonardo DiCaprio plays an astronomer, and Jennifer Lawrence plays a student at Michigan State who is going after her PhD that works with Leonardo DiCaprio's character. And basically they discover that a comet is heading to Earth that's 9 kilometers long, about as big as Mount Everest, and will make impact with Earth 100, like pretty much like 100%. And they have to like warn the world that this is happening. And Meryl Streep plays the president, and Jonah Hill plays the chief of staff, and Tyler Perry is and Kate Blanchett are TV hosts, like news hosts. So it ends up being a commentary of our society now and how easily swayed we are with like news and like the way that it's positioned, and how we deal with bad news or deal with news that's like horrible, and how people like kind of compartmentalize that and turn it around. So it has great commentary. Ariana Grande's in it. Kid Cudi's in it.
I saw that Chris Evans was in it in the cast. Is he in it?
You can't. You can't.
He's in the cast.
He's in the cast, but you don't know or you forget about him. So when he pops up, it's hilarious. So that's good also. And whatchamacallit, Kid Cudi is ridiculous. And the movie opens up with a dope RZA verse, or I think it might have been RZA or Ghostface. I can't remember the Wu-Tang song, but it's
my bad. So I'm looking at the director because I didn't know who directed this movie. Adam McKay.
Adam McKay, and he wrote it.
I did not know that this was his catalog, and these movies are hilarious. We got Step Brothers.
Yep.
The Anchorman.
Yep.
The Other Guys. Talladega Nights.
Yep.
He even did Ant-Man.
No, he's the guy. Well, he didn't do Ant-Man.
Yeah.
Peyton Reed did Ant-Man.
He helped write it.
He helped write Ant-Man.
Him and Paul Rudd, Adam McKay and Paul Rudd wrote Ant-Man and presented it to Marvel. After Rudd, the original idea got scrapped.
Paul Rudd,
Daddy's Home.
Yeah, like Paul Rudd could have been Leonardo DiCaprio's character, but it's so much more guts that it's Leonardo DiCaprio like playing this character. Like it just makes it even better. And it's a disaster movie because like they're trying to figure out.
These movies are guts,
bro. They're trying to figure out like how to stop this comet, and it even makes you kind of like Jennifer Lawrence. Like she plays a really good like character. And I know that some people have been giving her like flack ever since that she was Mystique and everything like that, and she kind of got tired of it. But she plays a good character, and that dude Timothy Chalamet. Timothy Chalamet is in the movie as well. It was dope. It was just dope. Like you're watching the movie and like you're just engaged, you're entertained.
Yeah.
It takes all kinds of twists.
I think I already know what to expect from this movie just from seeing this catalog. I mean, another one, The Dictator, probably super raunchy movie. Land of the Lost. That was a pretty funny one. He did Eurovision, which is a Netflix movie. So I'm pretty sure that he has a Netflix contract. So we'll probably see a little bit more of Adam McKay after Don't Look Up. And yeah, you saw it in movies and you thought it was good. So it's movie theater worthy.
Yeah, it is movie theater worthy. I recommend you watching it in a movie theater, just for like some of the CGI stuff, like the asteroid and like all that kind of stuff. Like it's good. It's
I
good
just
for it
got
to
a
be in
4K
theater.
TV, so I think I'm gonna watch it at home.
Okay, let's go, Skywalker Mike.
I had to do it. I need an upgrade. But yeah, as we're talking about Don't Look Up, I'll have Netflix on and one of those ads comes by and it's all of them looking up. So that's kind of funny. Yeah. But yeah, what do you give the movie? Did you rate it already?
I give the movie like a 8.5.
Okay.
It's exactly what I would expect, honestly.
Yeah, it's like an 8.5. And yes, it is my favorite disaster movie.
That's cool. There's not a lot of good ones, so that's cool.
Yeah, there's not. There's not. So I'm happy that this one is like, it's pretty cool. I dig it.
So before we head out today, I do want to brush over a quick 2022 movie preview. Are you guys up for it?
Let's do it.
The list is in the doc, and first off, we get Scream.
Okay.
January 14th, 2022. Then we get Morbius in January. I did not know it came that early in January. Uncharted. Okay. So Tom Holland is already off to a good start, even though that movie looks bad. Death on the Nile.
I can't wait for that movie.
That's the one with Daniel Craig, right?
It's the follow-up to I forget the name of the movie, but
Gal Gadot is in it, and it's like a Clue kind of movie, but it takes place on a boat.
Yeah. So Daniel Craig was in the original when they were on a train, and it was Death on a Train.
Yeah. I do remember that one.
So this is the Nile on a boat. This is a follow-up to that movie. Yes.
He just happens to be on a boat again when something bad happens.
Yeah, he's the same detective, except now he's on a boat. Yeah.
He's pretty much playing Knives Out, like the Knives Out character, but in a more serious role.
Yeah, exactly.
That's cool. I did see the trailer for that. It looks cool. Then we got the Batman. If it doesn't get delayed, hopefully, fingers crossed. Turning Red. Don't know what that is. Fantastic Beasts: The Secrets of Dumbledore. Did you guys see that?
I saw that trailer. That shit looks crack.
Sheesh.
I just watched Harry Potter yesterday.
The first one?
The first one.
Don't forget, boys. Don't forget January 1st, we have the Harry Potter reunion, so we have to get ready for that as well.
HBO.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse, May.
Oh yeah, so it got pushed back from March to May.
Interesting. Oh yeah, I think a few Marvel titles got pushed back. Even some shows. Miss Marvel got pushed back.
And small little tidbit I'm gonna add in really quick. There's been a few articles saying that. Remember how Tom Holland for the trailer of Far From Home, he gave the disclaimer like if you haven't watched Endgame, don't watch this trailer.
Mm-hmm.
So apparently the second end credit scene to Spider-Man is going to be the full trailer of Doctor Strange.
Thanks for spoiling that for me. All right, no,
yeah, appreciate that. Thank you.
Just kidding.
I said it's just a report. It's not confirmed.
Just kidding.
But optimism, boys.
It'd be cool though. It'd be cool to see. Honestly, I want to see some Doctor Strange and Multiverse stuff already.
Yeah, me too.
John Wick Chapter 4. Super hype on that.
Ready.
Super hype. Top Gun Maverick.
This movie was supposed to come out like 2 years ago. I don't really
care for Top Gun. I feel like they.
I thought it was going to come out this year.
So I remember it was Comic-Con 2019. 19? Yeah, Comic-Con 2019. Tom Cruise came out as a surprise to show this trailer, and nobody was excited.
Yeah, because nobody cares.
Nobody cares.
Top Gun.
Jurassic World Dominion.
That trailer looked kind of crack when everybody was at the drive-in.
Oh, I did see that.
I don't know when or where this is taking place. I'm confused, and I need more.
Yeah, it's getting a little confusing. June, Lightyear.
Animated movie of 2022. Calling it now.
Sir.
Animated movie 2022.
There's a lot of animated movies.
There's a lot that are coming out, bro. But
Minions,
the category is going to be stacked.
Low key can be up there. And I'm
Minions,
not just saying that as a
Gru.
joke. I'm not just saying that as a joke because, Minions, kids love.
You're underestimating the power of children, bro.
Not for the rise of Gru, bro. No one can. No, they know where it's going. They know where it's going.
It's still gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun to watch.
Next time there's a prequel.
It's gonna be
next
fun
time
to watch. We're talking about animated movie of the year. Rise of Gru is not gonna do it.
We have not seen. This is like the Rise of Skywalker. Come on, man. We got to see this.
Bro. Skywalker's rising. Shout out Skywalker Mike.
We got Thor: Love and Thunder in
Classic.
July. That's gonna be a good summer blockbuster.
Can't wait. Yeah, definitely.
When it's hot outside, I'm gonna go watch that movie. Nope.
The Jordan Peele movie with Keke Palmer.
And Steven Yeun.
Steven Yeun and Lakeith.
I think Daniel.
Daniel Kaluuya.
Daniel Kaluuya. There we go.
Yeah, and then Black Adam. We get.
We'll see.
If the Rock, there's not enough hype behind it yet.
Not gonna lie, bro. I barely watched Shazam. I barely watched Shazam, so I'm like,
it's just I'm gonna see the Rock. Like if he can make me see that he's Black Adam and not the Rock, then I'm with that. The only time that I've watched a movie and been like, oh, that's not the Rock is, which is ridiculous. Fast and Furious 5 when he played Hobbs. Like that's the only time that I kind of felt like, okay, it's Hobbs. It's not really the Rock. But everywhere else, it's the Rock.
Mine's the one where he's in that movie with I think it's Paul Rudd. No, is it no.
Johnny Knoxville?
No. Mark Wahlberg.
Mark Wahlberg.
In Florida. And he's like a cokehead and
super bodybuilder and stuff.
Yeah,
that's when with Anthony Mackie.
Anthony Mackie too. Yeah, that one's like that's not the Rock. It's everything. Yeah. He really went out of like his character for that.
I mean, but that's how he got big anyway.
Yeah, that is true. I mean, he had done some movies before that were whatever, but
no, I mean big as in like physically big.
Oh, physically big, like turned into a rock. Yeah, that's true.
That's not a boulder. That's a rock.
Mission Impossible 7 in September.
I can't wait. Bro, I'm such a big Mission Impossible fan. Those movies are so well put together. Mission Impossible
over Top Gun.
Yes.
Oh, all 100%. Day. All day.
Yeah. Tom Cruise needs to get his priorities straight. All right. Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse 2.
Fantastic. Let's
2
go.
Part 1. stupid name so far. The Flash.
The Flash movie is gonna be, bro. I
need
have
a
high
trailer.
expectations. I
need a
I
trailer.
have high expectations for the
I
Flash.
don't want to say nothing. Yeah,
I need a trailer. That's it.
This
We're
next
gonna
movie,
get Flashpoint.
I think is going to be delayed. Black Panther, Wakanda Forever.
Well, it's already delayed. It was supposed to be July. Now it's November.
I think it's gonna get delayed again to 2023.
I think so too.
It's just so many moving pieces, bro. We don't know what's gonna happen, and it's kind of hard to even anticipate it.
And then the most anticipated movie of the decade.
Of the decade.
Oh, of the decade. Or I think a little. It's been anticipated for a long time.
The last decade, it's been the most anticipated movie.
Yeah, Avatar 2. Because everybody's like, how's this even going to look? What's it about? Is this a book? Is Avatar a book?
Not that I know of. I'm not too sure, actually.
It's crazy how big it got. All I know is that
James Cameron started writing this movie in the late 90s and had to wait so long to start production because technology wasn't up to par to what he needed to do. And that's why we got it, early 2010s, right?
Yeah, and then from here on 2009. Out, I think from here on out, once it comes out, we're going to get one every year until like Avatar 5.
Yeah, so just about this past 10 years, he's been working on all the movies. Like, the actors have been done with this movie for a cool minute.
Damn, he should have put it out then. What the hell?
Bro, you have to get everything right. He has to get all your eggs in a basket, bro. You have to get it all lined.
You got to make sure that he can make it to 5. All right. The Marvels. That one's not going to be delayed.
That's 2023, though.
Yeah, that's 2023.
Oh,
we'll just stop at 2022.
Yeah, sorry, misread that. But still, that one's going to be cool.
All right. But overall, guys, thank you so much for being with us for 61 episodes. Look, once again, we are having our own private theater showing. Tickets will probably be sold out by the time you see this, so definitely hit up the raffle. It's only $10 to get you 3 entries. Support the podcast. We thank you guys for supporting the podcast. We just really look forward to doing more things with you guys. Stay safe. If you like how the podcast sounds and you like how we look, everybody smile. It's your boy. Hit up our friends at Productive Culture at productiveculture.com/podcast. Tell them that the Soundflick Boys sent you. They will take care of you guys. That is family. But with that being said, boys, I think we are outro for this episode.
Yeah, the next episode will be in studio doing the flickies.
The flickies!
And talking about No Way Home.
Are we dressing up for the flickies, boys?
Are we?
I'm down.
Didn't think about that, but maybe
we dressing up as? Oh, you mean like in suits?
Like in suits, dog.
Oh, I thought Halloween. You meant like cosplay. Like that would have been fun too, cosplaying. But
who knows? You'll just have to see. You'll have to tune in and see whether we dressed up or not.
I'm gonna wear my tuxedo shirt.
You're gonna cosplay as The Rock from Red Notice.
Oh no!
All right, guys. I'm done. I'm done with you guys.
Bye.
All right, y'all.
Later.